What's going on, guys? Chuck back with another awesome Blu-ray purchase, and this is just a quick pickups video, some new releases I just recently got. So some pre-orders and actually, yeah, all pre-orders. So let's dive right into this. The first thing was one that just came in today, and that is the Godfather 50th Anniversary Edition Blu-ray of the trilogy. Now, I know this is released in 4K, but as I've said multiple times before, I don't have a 4K player, and that was a really nice set, but it only included 4K. It did not include a Blu-ray. So I went with the Blu-ray, and you see this is actually, here's the back with all specifications, and it's got all the same features that the 4K does. It's just not a nice, pretty presentation, and it's not in 4K. But here's your nice little slip, kind of like a rose image there, and it's just one case, and you know, there's all your specifications here on the back, and then you've got the ad for the novelization. The back of this has the digital code, and of course you've got the Godfather Part 2, and Godfather Part 3. This includes the Godfather Part 3 coda, The Death of Michael Corleone, along with the theatrical version of the Godfather Part 3, and then your bonus disc. Now, when I got this, a couple of these discs they were loose. Mainly, I think Godfather Part 2 and the bonus disc were off the little hub here. They weren't broken. They just, for some reason, were loose. They were a little kind of hard to snap back in place, but I did get them snapped in, and they're fine. So that is that set. I'm looking forward to checking this out. Now, this is a replacement, as you may have seen previously in my Best Pictures video, that I did have the Godfather Trilogy in this DVD box set, which I really, really like. Again, sometimes I think the DVD collector sets are a lot, I don't know, nicer than some of the Blu-ray sets. I said that with the Titanic Blu-ray, which is pretty much a simple case where that 4-disc DVD collection was a nice hardcover, really, you know, nice presentation. And this is kind of saying this is a nice hardcover. You've got all the films in their own separate folders, if you will, which is a really nice touch. And again, you've got the images. Of course, Godfather Part 2 is a 2-discer on DVD. It's only one on the Blu-ray. And then your bonus and your special. But this is, I really liked, I've had this for years. I really like this set a lot. I'm not sure what anniversary edition or what this was, but it's a really nice set. And I think this, it's pretty, but I think it lacks something in presentation. And it's weird because you got this rose here, and this is basically, so I think this is a more iconic, the black image reminds you a lot of the poster artwork. And it's just, I don't know, it's something about it's really nice. But this is obviously more compact, although it is, each film is on their own disc, which is a plus. Somehow I kind of wish it would have given like their own individual cases for each film with their own artwork. That'd have been nice, but you know, again, you know, this is, I only had a big 4K. There's a couple of different 4K collector sets, which are a lot more elaborate than this basic one. So, you know, you get what you pay for. But I'm looking forward. I'm glad to have this on Blu-ray. I do love the Godfather trilogy. I love the whole trilogy, even 3. I know it's a weaker film. Not many people care for it. It's got flaws, but I do enjoy the series as a whole. So that is that. Now, the first pre-order I picked up was, you know, I got this Vinegar Syndrome, their most recent releases, and that's this double disc here, Schizoid and X-Ray, and these are 4Ks, but again with Blu-ray. And see, here's your 4K with the covers, Schizoid and X-Ray. This has reverse artwork, which you can showcase X-Ray with a special bonus feature of Schizoid, depending on your preference. It's a nice touch. And what's really cool, you know, and actually it's, you know, rightfully so, you're not going to get a double dipper in 4K. But you do have the 4K Schizoid, yeah, Schizoid, hope I pronounced that right, and X-Ray on their own separate disc, and then you have the Blu-ray, which has both of them together. And I think that this may, I'm not sure, I think this may be basically the Scream Factory, because I think the Scream Factory had the double disc of these two at one point, and that may be what this is. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. I just know that I'm pretty sure the Scream Factory did have that Blu-ray, and they were together. And when actually, because when I scanned it into my movie catalog on my phone, it pulled up the Scream Factory version under that barcode. So that could be what that is. But here it's all your special features in that for both films. So I'm looking forward to checking these out. And again, really nice slip. I really love these Vinegar Syndrome slip covers. And again, here's another look at Schizoid. And then verse with X-Ray. It's really nice. Next up was another Vinegar Syndrome one I picked up. And this is one I saw years ago, probably my junior high years on Showtime late night. And I've never seen it since. And I was really excited when I saw that Vinegar Syndrome was releasing this. And that is Reform School Girls. This, I don't know. I can't remember a whole lot about this, honestly. I just remember it was really cool. It was fun to see. It's a fun movie. So I'm glad to get this. And, you know, there's your back of that slipcover. So young, so bad, so what? And then here's your... And this is the kind of image, poster image I seem to remember most from this. And it does have reverse artwork. You see, here's your disc. Let me... If I can get this spin around. Come on. There we go. A little bit, close enough. There's your disc. And the artwork on the back gives you Sybil Danning. But I don't think it's as nice an image, or one that's really very recognizable to me, anyways. When I think of Reform School Girls, I think of this image. So, there's that again from Vinegar Syndrome, Reform School Girls. Now, I know this is the date, we'll put a date on this. This is the 22nd of March. My birthday's 2 days away, if anyone's interested. But I know the 25th, on Friday, Vinegar Syndrome's having their halfway to Black Friday sale. So I'm curious to see what they're going to have available for that, and just in time for my birthday. And it looks like they're the one thing they're looking to have, if I'm reading all the emails correctly, is that they're going to finally put out their pre-order for Thriller: A Cruel Picture. That is so hard to say. In their 4K remastering. And you know, there's been a lot of back and forth. I've been watching the Vinegar Syndrome social media, and they've really thrown some shade at Synapse about their inferior release. And you know, Vinegar Syndrome has the only official, definitive 4K or whatever release of that film coming out. So I'm really interested in what the whole dynamic there was with Synapse releasing their Blu-ray. Basically, it's a repressing of their DVD, but in Blu-ray. And then, you know, with Vinegar Syndrome getting the 4K. And for anyone who's been keeping track, I still have those 3 copies of the Synapse Blu-rays of Thriller: A Cruel Picture. They've never gotten back to me. I've reached out to them multiple times about this, saying, hey, I got these extra discs. I didn't pay for them. They kind of just shipped to me. You know, how I don't want to someone did order these, I'll make sure they're getting them. I'm not holding on to somebody else's order, but no one's ever gotten back to me. It's made me a little leery. Also makes me wonder if they're just trying to, get rid of stock in light of this whole Vinegar Syndrome thing, that are shipping out multiple copies just to get it out of the warehouse, or whatever the case may be. Kind of on the sly, if you will. I'd really be curious to know if anyone out there who did order the Synapse Blu-ray of Thriller, if they got extra copies. So, but like I said, that's upcoming sale this weekend. Vinegar Syndrome. I'll be curious to see what they're going to have. I'm looking forward to checking it out, and hopefully, if Thriller is on there, I'm pre-order that for sure. Now, for the last pre-order I got, this one was from Grindhouse Releasing, and this I pre-ordered on Black Friday, or I believe it was midnight on Black Friday, I'm pretty sure, and that was Death Game, and it just arrived today. This is one admittedly I had not heard of, but it was very enticing to pick up. I just what they put in there it sold me, just in the copy they put out, the read through, or whatever you want to call it, on the website. When I saw it, it looks really cool. Plus, I really like Grindhouse releases. I wish they put out more. They've got a very few select. I've got a couple from them, and I like the ones I have. Cannibal Holocaust, Cannibal Ferox, Pieces is a good one, and I just got the I Drink Your Blood, I Eat Your Skin, which was a really nice one too. But so here's that slipcover. Here's your back with all your special features. Back it up a bit. There you go. So, and your disc with the alternate cover. Back kind of same as the slipcover there. And you've got your feature and your bonus, and a nice booklet, which was a little dinged. It was a little bent when I got in, but this is a pretty good, nice, thick. There's a lot in this book. I mean, I don't know if I can really, but it's giving kind of quick images. It smells new too. But it's a really in-depth, and of course you've got the chapters in the back here. And let's see, looking at the features on here, you've got a 4K restoration from the original camera negative, in-depth interviews, audio commentaries, liner notes, and other surprises. So really be interesting to really dig into this. One of the gimmicky thing that kind of said, oh, okay, I'll get that. It's kind of silly. Is the keychain came with it, and it is the Death Game keychain, the little hatchet. So I can't. It's in the lemon. I can get that, but there it is. That's kind of a cute little thing. I don't think I'll put it on my keys, but just kind of chops. Chop, chop, chop. So, that is it for this quick pickups and awesome Blu-ray purchases. Tongue's not working today. So, if you like this, click the thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know if you picked up Death Game. Let me know if anybody out there got multiple copies of Thriller, a cool picture. Even though now that wasn't here, but we had a conversation about it. Your thoughts on, DVD collector sets compared to Blu-ray ones. Do you think that some of these classic DVD sets put a little more effort sometimes in their packaging than some of the Blu-rays? Not all the case. Obviously, a lot of Blu-rays are really nice packaging, but sometimes I think that the DVD ones can be a little bit more elaborate. And just, if you picked up any of these other Vinegar Syndrome titles, my tongue is just not working. And if you plan on picking up anything during the halfway to Black Friday sales this week, I'm just all over the place. So that is my cue to wrap this up. So until next time, this is Chuck saying I will see you on the other side.